For our first lesson in Chapter 4, we are going to double-click Masking Starter, and that is going to open up two layers. We've got our cityscape on top, and a animated background on the bottom layer. We're going to learn how to use masks today, so we just want to make sure that this mask toggle is on so that we can actually see the mask. And so with our top layer selected, we're going to pick a shape up here for our first mask, and we're going to go with rounded rectangle. And so I'm going to click and hold and drag, and while I'm still holding, I can use the up arrow and the down arrow to adjust the amount of curve that I want, or the shape of that curve. With this mask selected, if I hit Command T, we get into the transform mode, and we can resize it. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to, with this top layer selected, we are going to pick the circle shape, and I'm going to hold down the shift button so that it makes a true circle. Otherwise it'll make an oval. And I'm going to use the up arrow. And so basically the mask is moving, but not the layer itself, right? We'll twirl down, and I want to adjust the feather of this mask, and we kind of want to feather that out a little bit. If this mask path is affecting your judgment on how much to use, you can temporarily turn that off. Next thing we want to do is go over to Effects and Presets, and we're going to add a drop shadow. And we'll just do the drop shadow in the effects panel, and what we're going to do is we're going to drop it on the whole layer so it affects both masks. And then we can adjust the distance of that drop shadow and its softness. Next we will go to our sources, and we have an Illustrator file, Bring on the Night, and we're going to drag that right on top. And you can tell that it's pretty hard to read. So with this layer selected, we're going to go to Generate, and we are going to choose Fill, and we're going to drag that to our layer. And we see that it defaults to red, and I'm just going to click in the little red square, and we're going to make it white. Alright. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use a mask to wipe on this title. So with that top layer selected, we're going to pick the square rectangle, and we're going to draw a mask that covers the whole distance of the text. We'll go down to like second one, and then we are going to keyframe mask path, which controls the shape. And then we'll go back to the beginning, and basically I'm going to hold down the command button, which toggles on this little picker arrow, and I'm going to grab these 2 points, and I'm going to hold down the command arrow again, and I'm going to drag this mask all the way to the left. And so this keyframe is this shape, and this keyframe is that shape, and so it just reveals the text. So that's all you need to do for this tutorial. Go ahead and render it and post it on Canvas.